into summer with her butterfly pleated gown. The soft, feminine look of a crystal pleated bodice, V-neck line, and simplicity of style will make a graceful addition to her evening apparel. Long and lovely is this dress, and oh, so nice and so right for the girl with class. Cathy has some special interests. She has travel on her mind, oil painting, and she also likes animals, and has Cass, her dog, and Samantha, a Persian cat. She would like to rid people of their prejudices, pride of self, and racial discrimination. Contestant number 4, Laurie Allison. Laurie is a vision of old world charm, in a dream of a dress, in a swath of gauze, stepping out of the fashion pages of yesterday with ribbons and lace accenting Laurie's gown. The blazon bodice, fresh and feminine, is laced with insets on the sleeves. Young and flattering and softly Laurie's, and perfect for year-round wear. Nostalgic ideas in style to carry our thoughts back in time. Laurie has some special interests. She enjoys crafts, macrame, and all outdoor activities. She also has a few pet peeves. She said older sisters, but she really doesn't mean that, I'm sure. She hates spinach. And she wanted to become a vet and has a cat, Casey, a shaded silver Persian. And she spoke of Casey as though she really does love him. Number 5 contestant, Marianne Spotter. Romantically inspired feminine flowers grace this two-piece gown worn by Marianne. A party time, cool summer refresher of delicate print, swirling fabric, subtle color, and touches of bows and frills. An example of feminine art, bringing back romance and a soft appearance. So pretty is Marianne. Marianne has special interests. I mentioned before that she likes to read fantasy stories and hooks rugs, and she would also like to learn to speak languages. Here's another girl that hates spinach, and one thing that bothers her is people interrupting. She also has a dog called Calla and a new puppy, Vito. All animal lovers, these girls. Number 6 contestant, Christine Coletti. Feeling in the pink in a very feminine way is Christine. Soft by day, soft by night. Softness everywhere as Christine presents summer with her heavenly pink gown. Still or moving, the effect is curve and grace. The gentleness of a draped neckline, the grace of a flowing skirt, and the newness of a daring side slit. A beautiful forecast for summer evenings. Fashionably Yours by Christine. Christine has some pet peeves. Not really many, but she doesn't like people that can't be depended upon, and that's a good feature. She has a poodle named Nemo. She likes to travel and is undecided on higher education at this point in time. I'm sure she'll find her way. Number 7 contestant, Nancy Lucas. Easy elegance is the watchword for summer 1979, and Nancy models just that in her apple green pastel beauty. Full-length flattery in soft and supple double-knit polyester, spaghetti thin straps, and empire line provides late-day elegance. A touch of drama for warm summer evenings, starring Nancy. Nancy also has a pet peeve, and that is the non-acknowledgement of people who know you, to be passed by without someone saying hello. Nancy's like me, she hates liver too. She is employed as a desk clerk at the Savoy Inn, and she would like to be a recreation director and someday travel around the world. As you know, she loves sports. By Karen. A downpour of pleats, the basics for this truly glamorous look. The crystal pleated bodice is a feminine delight, and oh so soft, sunny yellow polyester interlock fabric flows and swirls into a young, fresh, flattering style. What a nice way to end the day and to begin a romantic evening. Karen also has a pet peeve, like all of us do, and that is people not telling her who a phone call was from. Something that she doesn't really like. She likes to know who that other person was. And all Karen's close girlfriends are named Karen. So there must be a bit of a mix-up there. Karen is interested in fashion design and would like to have her own beauty shop someday, or be a top-notch stylist. Let's hope that each and every one of these girls has their wishes come true, and not too long away. Thank you.
Well, so much for elegance. Now they have to deal with eloquence. They all have a prepared speech, and they're all excited and all nervous about it. I can see it in their eyes. The first girl to speak this evening is our Miss Kinsmen, Charlotte McGugen. Charlotte?
Good evening, judges, ladies and gentlemen. At the present, my future intentions are to become a teacher of the mentally handicapped. From the time I was a student in the primary grades, I've always dreamed of being a teacher. I've never really given any other profession a second thought. 3 summers ago, I had the opportunity of working at Silver King Workshop. This summer will always stand out in my mind as it opened my eyes to the world of the handicapped. They are very similar to you and I. We all share the same emotions: laughter, sorrow, and anger. And I shared with them the basic joy of their accomplishments. One of the differences between all of us is the speed at which we learn. Some of us need more assistance to bring out our potential in life. Although I realize the importance of a teacher in this public school system, I feel I would like to go beyond that and help those that are less fortunate. So I hope the future will see me as a teacher of the mentally handicapped. This fall, I'm looking forward to traveling to Europe for 2 months. When I return, I hope to have a job as a sales clerk and a ski technician. The following September, I hope to be accepted at Capilano College, where I will begin my career. Before I close, I'd like to thank Denise Osmoshenko and Sandy for giving us all the support and help through the past month. I'd like to especially thank the Kinsmen Club for sponsoring me, as they are a truly fantastic organization and help an awful lot of people.
Thank you, Charlotte. Our next speaker and contestant, lovely as she is, Miss Rotary, Carol Henkel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, visitors, and visiting royalty. Welcome to Nelson, the Queen City of the Kootenays. For the past 7 years, I've had the privilege of residing here in Nelson. Although I've only lived here for 7 years, I'm no stranger to the Kootenays, for the Kootenays have been my home for the past 19 years. Raised by 2 wonderful parents, for whom I have a great deal of respect and admiration, I've grown to look upon the Queen City as my home. Through my job as a letter carrier here in Nelson, I have the opportunity to meet a lot of new people. And meeting people plays a very important part in my life. I enjoy people of all ages and find that the youth of today is tomorrow's future. A more prosperous future depends greatly upon lessons learned in the past. And we, the youth of today, should learn to draw from the wealth of knowledge our senior citizens have to offer. Among my hobbies, I enjoy boating, swimming, tennis, and cycling when I can make it up and down the hills of Nelson. I also enjoy oil painting very much, preferably landscape, and hope someday to become good enough to make a living at selling my work. At this time, I would like to thank the Rotary Club for sponsoring me in the Miss Nelson pageant. They are truly a great organization, but most importantly, a friendly group of people. I would also like to thank Denise Osmochenko and Sandy Lindsay for giving me all the inspiration and courage through this past month. I would like to wish all my fellow candidates good luck. It was fun learning and experiencing and learning with you. The lucky one of us chosen, Miss Nelson and her royalty, have a tremendous obligation to dutifully and respectfully represent Nelson in the finest way possible.
Thank you, Carol. Our third contestant, our lovely Miss Feather of Hawk, Cathy Komar.
Good evening, judges and ladies and gentlemen. There is such a wide range of roads to choose for Canada's youth, especially when fresh out of high school, enthusiastic and anxious to leap into different experiences and adventures. Well, as it happens, I am one of these youths. I'd like to do so many things in my lifetime, but I also realize that humans don't live an average age of 275 years. Educational institutions are everywhere, and as a result, career opportunities are also abundant. Keeping this in mind, graduating students, such as myself, must make probably the most important decision of their lifetime. After reluctantly ruling out Prime Minister of Canada, most valuable astronaut at NASA, and top geologist in the country, I decided on a more realistic career to pursue, that of a nurse. The reason why I chose nursing was because I enjoy helping people and making them feel better, and I also like the idea of working with people as a team. There are many different methods of approaching this career, but after studying the possibilities, I concluded a 4-year bachelor degree in a university would be my best choice. In this way, I could enter a general area in the study of medicine, and this would then lead in to more specialized branches later on in my nursing career. I have not selected a university as of yet, and I plan to take my time when choosing one, because I want to choose an environment which is compatible with my own and satisfies my particular interests. Some possibilities include UBC, UFT, or McMaster University. But before I embark upon this career, I should continue to search for a job, because I have just recently discovered that there are no such things as money trees which magically spring up in your backyard whenever you are in desperate need of funds. I was hoping for a job in Nelson so that I could live with my parents for just a bit longer. Also, it's hard to let go of Nelson's distinctive people and special beauty and go to a large city where the scenery is blocked from your view because of the skyscrapers, and people there don't take any special interest in your existence because there are just too many. After completing university, my plans are open. The possibility of marriage, other careers, or travel are all conceivable, yet unknown. If my plans ever do actually become reality, I'll give much of the credit to my hometown of Nelson, because this is a great place to grow up in. I would like to take this time to give special thanks to Denise and Sandra for their coaching and organization, and also Marie Whitehead of Feather of Hawk for being kind enough to sponsor me. Thank you.
Make sure I got my own notes here. Our fourth contestant this evening, Miss Sterling Furnishers, Laurie Allison.
Good evening, judges, ladies and gentlemen, and good luck, fellow contestants. I recently graduated, and on the ceremonies night, I kept on saying to myself, this is it. This is my last night of high school. My last night of depending upon my parents for emotional strength and support. I'm on my own now. I have to think about and for myself. There are so many opportunities in the world today that it's hard to pick one that would be right for me. I sat down one day and made a list of all my qualities and interests. I know that I love working with people and helping them, and I enjoy all kinds of sports. Also, I'm interested in the psychology of human nature, so I looked into physiotherapy. In this field, a person has to be appreciative of the value of physical fitness, which I have acquired in my participation of many different types of sports. I know how important it is to be encouraged and motivated to struggle and reach the highest point of your potential. This is one of the most important parts of physiotherapy, to be able to make that patient pull the weight bar just one more time. Maybe this would be a good profession for me to choose. But since I have worked as a desk clerk, I've been thinking about going into business management. From my job, I've come to enjoy the responsibility of making sure that everything runs smoothly and customers have what they want. This would also bring me into contact with a variety of people. I plan to attend Selkirk College for the first year, and this would enable me to have a better idea of where my true vocation lies.
Thank you, Laurie. The fifth contestant, Miss Dixie Lee, Marianne Spotter.
Ladies and gentlemen, and honorable judges, 12 years ago I flew to Germany with my parents, and the flight attendants aboard my plane left a lasting impression on me. On completion of my schooling, I planned to pursue a career as a stewardess. On the plane to Germany, every time a flight attendant would go by, I kept asking them questions. and the questions usually dealt with why and how they became a stewardess. Usually the answers they did give me were relatively the same. They liked to travel and liked to be with people, and I like to do both those things. I guess when we finally did land, the flight attendants were kind of happy that I was off because they didn't have to answer any more of my questions. The basic requirements for becoming a stewardess is you should be between 5'3" and 5'8" inches high. You shouldn't wear glasses, contacts, or dentures. It wouldn't look very good if by some chance something was wrong with the plane and the stewardess took out her teeth. Also, you need 1 year of university or 1 year dealing with the public. Right now I'm working at Dixie Lee, so that's helping me towards my working with the public. Once these requirements are met, they take you through a 3 to 6 month training course in becoming an airline hostess. I'll be planning on going to Germany when I'm finished school and working in a restaurant. That'll put the finishing touches on my German. I have taken French since grade 8, and next year will be my last year. I also hope to be taking a French course in speaking conversationally. In school, you usually just learn grammar and you don't really know how to speak. If by some chance I do not become a stewardess, I hope to become a cruise director. It's not the same. You're not traveling all over the world, but you're still traveling but going back and forth. But that doesn't matter, just as long as I'm traveling. At this time, I'd like to thank Howard Dirks for sponsoring me. And also I'd like to thank Denise and Sandra for helping us through this month. So if I don't see it, I hope to see you in the skies or on the seas.
Thank you, Marianne. Number 6 contestant, Miss A&W, Christine Coletti.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, Your Honor the Mayor, worthy judges, ladies and gentlemen. Like many other young people in my age group, I have had a difficult time deciding upon my future vocation. Perhaps, like many of us, I too am a dreamer. I have thought of modeling as a career, but this is a rather nebulous quest. I have decided on something more realistic, a career as an airline stewardess. A career as a stewardess offers a glorious opportunity to travel and to meet many people from all walks of life, countries, and professions. Flying is the travel source that connects the world today. 20 or 30 years ago, ships such as the Queen Mary were the main source of travel. These bulky, lumbering crafts were slow, and on the average, it took at least 5 days to cross the Atlantic. Today, a sleek, fast-moving 747 can cross the Atlantic in 5 hours. I want to be a part of this modern method of transportation. Flying is the most exciting mode of travel. Landing at different airports and seeing foreign cities, meeting dashing crew members and young executives, all tie in as part of the job. There is a risk in this career, considering the recent DC-10 incident, but then every job has a few drawbacks. This is the type of job that is not ordinary. It is not 9 to 5. Not that a 9 to 5 job is undesirable. It is just that at this stage of my life, I am restless and looking for adventure. I feel that a career in flying would satisfy these desires for me. I enjoy people very much, and a career in flying would allow me to be able to meet and interact with all types of people. I would enjoy the passengers while at the same time help them to enjoy a pleasant flight. I would imagine girls my age and older are probably looking for their knight in shining armor. What better place than at 37,000 feet where these candidates are at my mercy? I realize that to reach these glittering goals will be very difficult. There will be courses to take and languages to learn, but I feel that the end result will be rewarding. The prime reason for my entering the Miss Nelson pageant is that I am getting the experience that I will need for my chosen career. Participating in this contest is forcing me to speak in public. What a marvelous opportunity to meet and communicate with people. which is helping me to develop self-confidence. At my age, we are said to be awkward. I would like to outgrow this. I also feel some personal satisfaction in being a Miss Nelson contestant. What a great honor for me to have been asked, and whether I win or lose, I feel that I shall benefit from this experience and come out ahead. I would like to sincerely thank Mr. Allen of Nelson A&W for sponsoring me and for having confidence in my ability. My best efforts are being put forward, and my sincere good wishes to you, my fellow contestants. For us, the sky is the limit.